Hello, whoever just jumped on. Welcome to my stream. I'm eating some of my daughter's Scooby snacks. Hungry. Is my audio up? Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, my audio's up. Okay. I must be my silent watcher. I don't know who that is, but I got one guy that comes on and doesn't say a word. It's all right though. I hope everybody's day is going well. I got home early, decided to do a little fat cracking and a live stream and just relax. Wait for some people to get on. I put together a dragon deck, kind of inspired by SBMTG. I want to get the dragon deck going. Red's pretty powerful, but after the cycle, I'm gonna have to improvise a bit to get it to run. So put together a nice little deck. First, I use Chandra. Playing red, gotta have Chandra. Dragon's Hordes. I got Boluses, Palladiumors, Vivictus, Lathis, 4 Glorybringers, 3 Varix Blade Wings, 3 Sarkons, Spit Flame, Magma Spray, Servant Conduit, a wide variety of dual lands, and it works very well. I built it online, and I modified it online, kind of work as my own, and it won. It won a lot. Definitely not 100% win rate or anything crazy like that. Probably 60% win rate. I'd imagine it performed real well at FNM. Who is that on watching? Always got one guy on here and never says a word. I'm gonna hop on Twitch here at the same time. See if I can grab some of my Twitch buds. Come on over. It's pretty impromptu, but if I had my Patreon was running, and more Patreon subscribers, you'd see it there. But on YouTube, there's no way to announce it cleanly. I mean, I could do a video announcing when I was going to do the stream, but it's questionable how well that works. All right, Bevers is offline right now. Not a lot of guys on right now. Kind of figured there'd be people on. It's what, 6:30 on the East Coast. So this is what I've got for us today. 5 of these. Turn the old camera down. And it's only got one person, but I'm gonna wait a little while. See who jumps on. I don't know why my picture's inverted. That's unusual. Let's fix that. There we go. That should fix us. great part about streaming off OBS. You can make changes like that midstream, and YouTube doesn't have a lot of that flexibility. If you use YouTube's built-in streaming, it doesn't work so well. Man, this sucker's got a swell to it. Must be the dye jammed in there. I've only opened one of these at my pre-release, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I plan on cracking all 5 on this live stream for my silent watcher, I guess. Sounds like the name of a bad 80s movie. Silent Watcher. So, I'm going to hold on a minute here. Let some folks show up. I love these dragon tokens too from the new set. I'm not sure what the 2/2 dragon token goes with. I'm trying to figure out what card that is. That's not Sarkon. Sarkon doesn't make them. Who makes those? Palladium Moors doesn't. Vivictus doesn't. Bolas doesn't. Lathis doesn't. I don't know who the heck makes those. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. Well, we're recording here, so might as well go ahead and start having some fun with these. Start with the one on the right first. I'm of course looking for more boluses. I need more Johnnies for my cat deck. I'd like 2 more Resplendent Angels for my for building an angel deck. I want to get a serious angel deck running. Oh, looks different to me than it does on the camera. There we go. All right. Not show off that promo yet. First pack. Alright, no foil here. I'm not sure if there's a common on that's on the value chart. I don't think there is. I don't think there's even a 50-cent common in this set. And the only uncommon of note is the Reliquary Tower. But it's $1, so I set them aside. We have a Gift of Paradise, Heroic Reinforcements, Fell Spectre, and Alina, Selfless Champion. Surprisingly not worth squat. It's actually a very cheap card. I thought with the night deck that might have some prevalence, but a 3/3 for 6 is pretty cruddy. Yeah, it creates those tokens, but if you get board wiped with it in your hand, you're SOL. And there's a lot of board wiping right now. A lot of it. Hour Devastation, Fumigate, Solar Wreckages. It's overwhelming. We have a Fiery Finish, Plague Mare, Horizon Scholar, and a Nicol Bolas. We hit Bolas. How awesome is that? Cha-ching. I got 2 in my, I had 3 in my 4, so there's a Bolas token and an Elf Warrior. updated my stream to show them opening these. Maybe I'll attract a few others. Alright, it's a double cast, which I think is one of the more important cards right now in standard to mono red. You're going to see this in every mono red deck. I guarantee it. Double cast, mirror image, poison tip archer, Giganosaurus. And if you don't see double cast in the main board, you'll at least see them in sideboards for mono red. So Giganosaurus is cool. He's a 10/10 Dark 5, and there's a card that gives all creatures trample, so right there, he's pretty awesome for cheap. You're gonna play him in a mono green deck and get him out and swing. You have a Novice Knight, a Regal Bloodlord, a Gutter Snipe, and a Goreclaw, Terra of Qualsisma. I got him in my pre-release. Him and Liliana in my one pre-release pack. And no foil. You might get no foils in the regular packs here. We have a Skilled Animator, a Recollect, a Declared Dominance, and an Isolate. I think it's a junk card. I think Isolate is a trash card, but people are talking about it being good. If you're going to play it in white-blue control or something like that, I mean, only play one or two, because after turn 3 or 4, it's useless. You're not going to see a lot of one-cost permanents. It would be good against a Dread Wanderer. Might be useful in the zombie deck, because people are playing 2 or 3 1-drops in the zombie deck, including myself. Yep, no foil in any of these. That stinks. Well, we already hit the value in Nicol Bolas. It's more than I paid for it. We have a Rise from the Graves. Nice. Wrigley Tower. It's $1. Vampire Sovereign. And we had a Transmog Wand. It's a blah on our rares, but a great mythic. And there's Dragon Token. And the Timber Gorge. The junk insert. And let's see what we got here. My one watcher, can we get a prediction on what it is? Care to take a guess, one watcher? No? Alrighty. A flipper. Vivian Reed. We got the Planeswalker. Full Planeswalker. I like them apples. Very nice full promo. That's awesome. It's gotta be worth a few bucks right now. I'd put this foil probably 10, 15. That's awesome. She's a little underpowered. I think they all are. She's still cool. She's still a foil promo Planeswalker, Vivian Reed. I will be putting that into my mono green deck real soon. Alright. Clean things up here. Let's wait for somebody else to show up. I don't believe we haven't picked anybody up yet, man. And the die, the M19 die. Alright, go ahead and crack the second one, why not? Certainly a pre-release card you'd love to pull. I mean, that'd be moving me towards green, that's for sure. And if I pulled the Bolas and that, I'd probably move towards white, black, red. I mean, sorry, blue, black, red. And now the blue M19 die. Actually got different colors, wow. Alright, first pack. Hopefully we'll hit a few foils here. Besides the promo. The Tectonic Rift, Bone to Ash, Satyr Enchanter, and a Sarkon's Unsealing. Island and a Knight. Again, no foil. We have a Millstone, Gutter Snipe, Vampire Sovereign, and a Patient Rebuilding. I have a Blanchwood Armor, Knightly Valor, Volcanic Dragon, and a Mist Collar. Junk. Again, no foil. They're striking out on the foils. I have a Shield Mare, Nightmare's Thirst, a Colossal Majesty, and a Valiant Knight. Mountain and a Soldier. Again, no foil. Wow, this is something. I'm going to go through two pre-release packs without a foil. We have a Lightning Mare, a Blood Divination, a Brawl Bash Ogre, and an Elvish Clan Caller. Not a bad little card. I still think it's junk, but people seem to like it because it makes the elf deck playable. I mean, that isn't one. Oh man, got a glimpse of what that is. Finally have a foil. We have a Volley Veteran, and a Johnny's Welcome, a Draconian Disciple, and an Infernal Reckoning. This is worth $2 or something like that right now. We have a Child of Night foil. Interesting. Well, then Stream and a Beast. And our second promo. Oh my lord. We did it. We got there. Got the ultimate. Couldn't have done any better. We were pretty meh for our release pack, but there it is. The big hit. So far we had a regular Bolas and a foil Bolas and a Vivian Reed. That more or less pays for all these pre-release packs already. And we still got 3 to go. I really wish somebody was here right now. Man. Oh well. Third one. Cut this one open. That one actually opened clean. Got a nice tear there on the side. So now I got my play set of Boluses, including a foil one. That's pretty good. And I got the white dye out of this one. So I've gotten 3 different colors out of these. We have a Stitcher's Supplier, a Switcheroo, Poison-Tipped Archer, and a Remorseful Cleric. That's a couple bucks. Ah, we finally have another foil. We have another Reliquary Tower, a Garapure Guide, Skyrider Patrol, excuse me, and another Infernal Reckoning, and a foil rare, Sarkhan's Unsealing. Pretty blah foil rare, but it's alright. That's cool looking. No foil here either. We got a Gift of Paradise, an Arcane Encyclopedia, a Plague Mare, and a Transmog Wand. Yet another one of those. So we've had 2 Infernal Reckonings and 2 Transmog Wands. I believe we have a foil. There's a Double Cast, Fountain of Renewal, Fell Spectre, and a Banefire. Not a bad little rare. And a foil Titanic Growth. That's cool. Great card for mono green. Cinder Barons and a Gobby. That looks wicked. I don't know how well you can see that, but his eyes glow. That's really cool. Alrighty. Setting these lands aside. Alright. We have a foil. We have a Rupture Spire, Aegis of the Heavens, a Johnny's Pride Mate, and we had Tezzeret. We had a Tezzeret. How awesome is that? I only had 1 Tezzy, so that gives me 2. And we have a foil Murder. So we hit Reed, Bolas, and Tezzeret out of 3 pre-release packs. Bam, bam, bam. We still got a pack to go here. So that one's non-foil. I'll put it over here. We have a Bone to Ash, Herald of Faith, Reassembling Skeleton, and another Transmog Wand. Be throwing some wands around in that pre-release. And we don't have another Bolas in our card here. We'd know it. But here we go. And we hit a Chaos Wand. Our foil promo is a Chaos Wand. Chaos. It's okay. Could be better, could be worse. Oh, there you are. What's up, Jeremy? A few polls, as you can see there. I'm opening 5 pre-release packs. I'm down 3 of them so far. I had a foil. I hit the Bolas on promo, the Vivian Reed promo. Had a regular Bolas and a Tezzeret, and then all the other rares you can see there. So it's been pretty solid thus far. 2 Infernal Reckonings, which are good. I got a Remorseful Cleric. Got the good old Gigantosaurus, the Reliquary Towers, which are still a buck a piece. Got a foil. I got the Chaos Wand as my 3rd promo. Done pretty well so far. Thanks for joining me, Jeremy. We got our usual silent watcher in the room. Don't know who it is, but let's go ahead and crack our next one. Yeah, I got 2 to go, man. Let's check them out. Now that I got a communicating soul in here. Yeah, this Bolas was pretty cool. Did you see, Jeremy, did you see my expedition I pulled? It's pretty epic. That's right, I put it away in my binder. It was pretty epic to open. Yeah, if you check out my last video, the one I posted before this, Battle for Zendikar, this says BFZ box opening. I pull a Overgrown Tomb masterpiece out of that. So, masterpiece number 8 on this channel. And 11 total, excluding the 3 I pulled not on video. Cool, Jeremy. Like I said again, thanks for coming. Let's see what else we get here. Alright. No foil here. We have a Psychic Corrosion, a Militia Burger, Bugler, a Hieromancer's Cage, and a Vivian's Invocation. I doubt this Vivian's Invocation is going to see any play, but we'll see. It's actually a good, it's so expensive. You know, if you play Standard, or any, you know, generally Standard, high mana cost cards just don't get played. If they do, you don't get them off very often. It's 5 and 2 green. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When a creature is put into the battlefield this way, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. And another dragon token. Holding on to those because I built my dragon deck. Good old lava axe. Nothing wrong with a lava axe, especially in limited, especially in draft. Match had to last 20 minutes to pay the cost. Oh yeah, you're right. Easily. Tectonic Rift, Herald of Faith, Reassembling Skeleton, and a Dark Dweller Oracle. I've had matches take a whole lot longer than that, man. I was playing a when I went in and played with my white blue, when white blue had just gotten really prevalent. White blue control, and every game I ended up against this team, they were playing control too. Every game took the full 60 minutes. It was horrible. I'd almost rather have that than mop a game up in 10, 15 minutes and have, you know, a bunch of time to just sit around and walk around. It's kind of boring. We have a Gas Bark Twins, an Aether Shield Artificer, a Gargoyle Sentinel, and we have a Demanding Dragon. I almost put Demanding Dragon in my dragon deck, but I've left them out for now. If I was doing mono red dragons, I'd put them in. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing tomorrow night. Unless I'm just in so much pain from this neck issue, but I should still be there. And I had a guy at all the games that said he wanted somebody to play test his deck against, so I might go do that tonight. We'll see. But I usually don't do 2 nights in a row of Magic. We have a Stitcher's Supplier, Drag, Greenseeker, Surge Mare, and Arcades, the Strategist. Not bad. Good Mythic. And we have a Foil Island. Swamp in a Night. Yeah. Should be fun. I'm going to do a little more deck building tonight. Later on tonight when this is over. I've got ibuprofen in me. Body's chilled out a little bit. We have a Skilled Animator, a Lightning Strike, a Switcheroo, and a Vivian's in. Yeah, because I needed 2 of those, I guess, for the draft. 2 7 mana cost sorceries. That would be really cruddy to get 2 of those as your rares in a draft. That would really stink. Walk up to the front. I would like to return this pre-release pack for another one, please. This thing sucked. We have a Suspicious Bookcase, Plague Mare, a Johnny's Pride Mate, and an Isolate. Another Isolate. We have a Foil Sleep. It's kind of cool looking in foil. It's real dark, but it's really psychedelic. Highland Lake and a Thopter. So, let's see what our promo is. Drum roll. Elvis Clan Caller, not bad. Elvis Clan Caller. Be very playable now. And any of these pre-release packs, Elves wouldn't be an option. Definitely the one we opened, Elves in an option. I've almost seen no Elves, even in the commons and uncommons. Nothing. So this would be a pretty useless card to have in a pre-release. Well, that tells you at least Wizards is being random about it. This is that would be a pre-release pack. You'd pretty much be like, I'm just going ahead and resign here because I'm gonna waste all night. Oh my gosh! Actually, I got a really good deal on these on Showtime Sports Cards here in town. The owner is really awesome, really good guy, and I've done enough business over there that he'll hook me up with deals. And he had a whole case of these, like I think 2 cases of these, just sitting there. And I've heard stores say that no, we can't sell the pre-release packs or the Planeswalker decks till release. But he checked with Magic, and they said as soon as the pre-release is over, as soon as the pre-release is completed, and you are certain that everybody's been able to play their pre-release, you can sell them. So he made me a really good deal on them. So I ended up paying, I think, $18 or $17 a piece, technically. I think that's about what I ended up paying. So I've already made my money back. All right. Here's our last promo. It is not a Bolas. $89. That's crazy. It's just as nuts. I pulled that foil. I pulled a foil Karn in Dominaria. It wasn't a promo. It was just straight foil. Sold for some astronomical amount too. It was like $110. It's insane. For me, I could see I can understand a foil Liliana going for. Whoops! What the heck? Trying to look up the price it's at. Oh yeah, they're all over eBay, but oh, they're getting up there. Holy cow! Yeah, $85 is the best buy it now. Wow. Yeah, they're 25 at most. But when you do a lot of business, buy a lot of product from a specific store, and as long as they're making money on it, they will give you a deal. You gotta remember, most of your stores are putting up a 60 to 70%. Yeah, I agree. Most of your stores are putting up a 60 to 70% markup on their product. So they can definitely afford to cut you a deal and still make money. It's just the main employees, the guy working the register isn't necessarily, or even the manager isn't going to want to do that. But if you actually speak to the owner, generally they're more than willing to cut you a deal. Fountain of Renewal, Colossal Majesty, Vampire Sovereign, and Alathus. Now, if you don't know the guy and you just walk out, hey, can you give me a discount? You don't do much business there at all. But if you've made the guy hundreds of dollars, or more than hundreds, he is definitely going to be more than willing to give you some deals to keep you coming back. 40, yeah, that's the normal. Well, actually, I'm doing like 50 to 60 depending on the card. Most of the shops here in town. Infernal Hellion, Switcheroo, Poison Tipped Archer, and a Fraying Omnipotence. The biggest store here in town, Amazing Discoveries, I think they do between 40 to 50%. It all depends on how much they need. I mean, if they have 500 Elvish Clan Callers, they're going to give you less than when Amazing Discoveries, right around the last Grand Prix, they were given $1 cash a piece for Merfolk Branchwalkers, probably because they had a ton of orders and didn't have enough of them. That's how it's free market. That's how it works. Yeah, the big stores can afford to give you less for the cards because they don't necessarily need them as bad as some stores. But when a store knows they're going to make that turnaround, when they know they're going to have that guy walk in on Friday and want that nickel Bolas, they can sell the Bolas for $2 over TCG price and be happy. We have a Leonin Vanguard, Enigma Drake, Departed Deckhand, and a Metamorphic Alteration. Can I alterate this card into something else? Alright. Starting pretty poor on this one. Man, oh man. Crayon Neptune Lathis and Metamorphic Alteration. This is bad so far. And I would stink playing it because you got 3 different color rares. Oh, we actually have a foil. I have gotten no, we don't. Darn it, no foil. I've gotten very few foils from this. Excluding the promos, I've gotten 7 foils, which is pretty low for the amount I've opened. Reclamation Sage, Suspicious Bookcase, Plague Mare, and an Izarith the Awakener. Black Lotus. That would be pretty amazing. I've heard of some freak stuff happening. There supposedly was a guy that opened a Liliana the Veil out of a Standard Showdown pack. Posted it on eBay, on YouTube. Looked pretty legitimate, but it'd be pretty easy to reseal a Standard Showdown pack and fool people on the internet. Or you could even do a little video cropping. You could show a sealed one being cracked, and then cut the video to where you're holding the cards in your hand and you've got one cut in there. It'd be pretty easy to do. Video editing is pretty easy. I'm no pro at it, but it's fun to do. We have a Bone to Ash, Tectonic Rift, Herald of Faith, and an Arcades. Another Arcades. Interesting. That guy likes me. Certainly seems to. Yeah, exactly. Something wasn't right there. That would be a pretty trippy thing to pull a $90 Liliana of the Veil out of a pre-release, out of a Standard Showdown pack. Best thing I've ever pulled out of a Standard Showdown pack was a foil Gideon in the Trials. And at the time, it was like a $13 foil. Now it's like $30 because everybody plays it in their white-blue. At least sideboards it. And we have struck out on the foils here. Holy cow. Alright, no foil. We have a Blood Divination, a Knightly Valor, a Gargoyle Sentinel, and a Thorn Lieutenant. That's a cool card to hit. Night Token and a Swamp. And alright. Let's see what our last promo is. Okay, you got a guess, Jeremy? Got a guess? What's your guess? Guess it right, you get it. Transmog Wand? Okay, you guess it right, you get it. Oh, no, a Magistrate Scepter. Oh, it's terrible. Magistrate Scepter. That's absolutely terrible. What can I say? I hit a Bolas and a Vivian Reed. I can't really complain. The Bolas, the Vivian, and the Elvis Chancellor pay for this alone. That's excluding the other Bolas, the Tezzeret, the Arcades. Yeah. So I hit 2 Bolases. One of them foil promo. You were close. Yeah, it's an artifact. That was pretty close. Yeah, definitely got to hand it to you. So let me show you this deck I put together. That it's I'm altering it so it's not exactly like SBMTG's Dragon deck, but I wanted to be able to build one. Yeah, I can't be mad at all. Like at all. This is insane for 5 pre-release packs. Those are pretty amazing pulls. If I complained about that, I deserve to hit nothing ever. Especially after hitting the Overgrown Tomb, which was absolutely amazing. Pulling a $95 Expedition. And that products, when you open BFZ or Oath, at least when I opened it, I also opened, because it was one of Rudy's lottery boxes for his patrons. sends you all the. I'm gonna open one for the heck of it. Sends you all the Challenger decks, and all 4 Challenger decks. A box of Oath, a box of BFC, a box of Kaladesh, and a box of Aether Revolt. I already opened them and filmed them all, and I only got a invention. Oh, I won't say all what I got. I want people to still watch the videos, but yeah, the BFC box I hit a masterpiece. So, but the rest, as far as Kaladesh and Aether Revolt, Kaladesh, you're never going to make your money back now that Chandra's dropped. But Aether Revolt, you can make money. You can make good money on. If you saw what the Aether Revolt bundle, you pulled one from an eBay mystery pack that gave me a Kaladesh pack for $10. Was mad until I pulled one out from it. Yeah, that's how you do it, man. I mean, I've opened them. I opened the one out of that pre-release pack. That was shocking. But when you open one out of a booster box, and you're paying a pretty penny for it, and you're just hoping that that masterpiece is worth $100, because you can pull a $15 masterpiece, and that feels like crap. I've only pulled like 2 that were small price. The rest I've pulled have been $50 or more. Probably the cheapest one, I pulled a invocation out of Hour of Devastation that was like $18. And then I pulled one from Aether Revolt out of a loose pack that was dirt. It was just total junk. The rest of them have all been very solid. So here's the 4 he sent me. Maybe somebody on's never opened one of these, so I'll crack them. Show you what's in them. So there's nothing random in them. It's a pre-built deck, but if you're not familiar with them, this allowed a lot of people to get into competitive Magic. These decks were built and really do have the pieces without even buying anything extra. You don't even have to go add cards. I saw a guy get the Hazoret aggro and hop right into F&M, and he went 2-1. Lost in the last game to a white-blue control. So, yeah, these are legit. These decks are legit. So here's the approach, the blue-white Damnation from Hour of Devastation. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got. Just show you what comes in these in case somebody watches this that's never seen them. Actually cracked. Plus I won a couple cards from these too. Kefnet comes with 4 Regal Caracals, which are highly relevant again with the cats. Oh, the red one is a total beast. He was able to compete with that thing right off the bat. Glyph Keepers, Spell Pierces, Negates, Renewed Faiths. I really wish they had put some degree of foils in these. Foil something. Because they destroyed the value of the cards by making these. I mean, they annihilated the value of pretty much every card in these. Pull tab. Pull tab wasn't cut on this one. That stinks. Alright, Settle the Wreckage. 3 Fumigates. No wonder that's worth cents now. 3 Approaches. Another Kefnet. 4 Irrigated Farmlands. Aether Meltdowns. Censors. Supreme Wills. Cast Outs. Renewed Faith. Glimmer Genius. Farm. 2 Fields of Ruin. Ifnu Rivulet. And a ton of islands and plains. But I mean, right here is still some value. Settle the Wreckage is still $15. It's so heavily played by blue. So there's some fun stuff. I'm just cracking them and pulling the good stuff out. I'll take take the rest and donate it at F&M. One guy there I know has Jim. He, for whatever reason, was forced to sell his collection and has been rebuilding it from the ground up. And he asked me for uncommons and stuff. He's trying to build a zombie deck right now. The funny part is I've built the zombie deck and I'm anxious to play it. And I don't know if I want to give you my zombie stuff. I'm going to be playing zombies, but I probably still will. I don't know, he hasn't subscribed to my channel yet, no. Alright. Let's see what's in the black one. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. What's up, Jay Shing? How you doing, man? Missed a lot of fun. I can show you what I cracked, and I opened 5 Planeswalker, 5 pre-release decks. Now I'm opening the Challenger decks that Rudy sent me in my lottery box. This one comes with Dispossess. I'll show you what I pulled, though. Lifecrafter's Bestiary. I'm hearing thunder out there. They're not getting hit by a big old monsoon right in the middle of this. Let's see what comes in this one. I've never opened one of these. Single Walking Ballista. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Scrappy Scrounger. Rishkars. Dream Stealers. Gaunties. Murderous Gearhulks. Nice. Our Glories. Very played right now. Very relevant. Long Tusk Cubs. Whining Constrictors. Blossoming Defenses. Nice. 4 of them. Walk the Plank. There's a Fatal Push in here. Nice. Aether Hubs. Foul Orchards. Actually, I need Aether Hubs for my Dragon deck. Calls for 4 of them. I didn't want to have to search through all my uncommons to find them. And yeah, I already searched through that. So let's see what's in the. I'll show you, Jashing, what I pulled, so you don't have to go back through and watch the whole video. It's an hour long so far. I'll probably go another 10-15 minutes here. That's what she said. The gold dragon cat tokens. So one of my full promos was the Magistrate Scepter. Show you the full promos I got. Elvish Clan Caller. Vivian Reed. And Bolus. One of my full promos was Bolus. I also had a regular Bolus. Tezzeret. A regular Bolus, a Tezzeret, 2 Arcades, and then some relevant rares. I will probably keep the Hazoret deck sealed. Nobody cares about the other ones. I mean, for the most part, I don't see people caring too much about the other ones. But the Hazoret deck's the one that everybody seems to be scooping up real fast. I'm going to open the Vehicle Rush one, simply because I want the Heart of Kieran's out of here. I need a playset of Heart of Kieran's. No, I'm not making a wall deck, no. That'd be funny, but no, I'm not making a wall deck. Why would I make a Defender deck? Why would I... Is that a relevant deck right now, or what? Who's hot? Vivian? Yeah, Vivian's pretty hot. She's that hippie chick. Oh, the dragon? Arcades? Oh yeah, each defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. That sounds fun to play with. Maybe I'll have to build one. I won't have time before F&M, but yeah, I might have to build one. Let's check out what's in this last one. But yeah, that went really well. Opened five of the pre-release decks. I couldn't have done any better on him. Literally couldn't have done any better. Any better would have been highly unlikely. So, this one, the side decks, Aether Sphere Harvester, which isn't even worth anything anymore. Harsh Mentor, Duress, Chandra's Defeat, Magma Spray, Cast Out. Rudy's got him. Become a patron of Rudy's, he's damn sure got him. If you're a patron of Rudy, I've known Rudy Alpha Investments since pretty much since he started on YouTube. I've known him, and he's an awesome guy, and he takes great care of his subscribers and of his Patreons. And he will. I've had so many conversations with him. He appreciates people who do business with them, and he'll take care of you. You take care of him, and gives unbelievable deals. So yeah, that's how I got these. And he's got more of this stuff than he could ever know what to do with, which is why he does deals like this. Sky Sovereign, which I had hoped they'd put 4 of those in this, but they didn't. Scrappy Scroungers, PNLRs, DePaulas, and the 4 Heart of Karens. That's why I'm cracking this, is for those. Caravan, Texture Harvester, Spires. Now these are good. Those are still very good. All of good value. There's a lot of value in these, there really are. Even the unclaimed territories are still worth a couple bucks. I can't complain about these at all. You know, what's surprisingly difficult to find unless you're cracking the product is lightning strikes. Those things get scooped up so fast because so many people play them. You go to your LGS, like, do you have any lightning strikes? And they're like, yeah, sure. Nope, sorry. It's like, oh, they're just lightning strikes. What do you mean? They're uncommons. It's like, oh yeah, well, everybody buys them. If I was the LGS, I'd be charging $1 a piece for them. Then again, I'm all about charging money. You love what? Oh, Rudy? Yeah, Rudy is absolutely awesome. He's a great guy. You know, the character you see on his videos, and yeah, that is him. He's very, very, very eccentric guy. You know, really intelligent people tend to be very eccentric, and he's an extremely intelligent guy. He's done a lot of crazy stuff, and he did all the stockbroker stuff and all that. He worked the office life like I did, and now I'm into a job I love in a different environment, not sitting in front of a cubicle. His dream was to buy and sell Magic the Gathering, and he is extraordinarily lucky enough to be able to do it. You know, how many people can say that? And he doesn't. It's funny. He opened a game store. He opened the store in Florida and Fort Lauderdale, but he didn't even open it to really to do business. He doesn't have the doors open most of the time. I think he has 1 day a week he opens the doors. Oh, sorry, Shing. Take care of that baby. 1 day a week where he will open the store up. Other than that, he mainly uses it for storage. Because he's got so much stuff, he uses it for storage and to film. He was filming a lot of videos in there, but I guess he's decided to kill that. But he's a great guy, really is. He's a businessman, you know. So these SJW snarky, whiny people, I don't necessarily see SJWs, but whiny people, period, that have nothing better to do than criticize other people. And it's really kind of pathetic. They sit there and criticize them for wanting to make money. And guess what? If I can convince somebody else that something's going to be worth money and I can make money off it and I'm not hurting that person, then I will be a money-making mofo. I don't care. You know, I got to take care of mine. I got to feed my family. You know, I got to do what I got to do to make money. That's what stockbrokers do every day. Yeah, there's my fatal pushes I pulled. Pulled two of those out of 2 packs the other day. But yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to make money, and he's a businessman, and I laugh when people like what happened with the professor and all that recently. It's all bull. It's total bull. You know, shaking hands and then turning on the guy after the event. And sorry, he's a businessman. At the same time, the professor and Wedge have a patron level where you get a signature sent to you. It's, I mean, come on. Must be nice. What do you mean, must be nice? To have a job you enjoy? You know, for me, if that's what you mean, for me, it's not necessarily that I love my job, so to speak. I work in hospitality. I'm in IT in hospitality. At one point, you know, it's a lot better than what I used to do. A lot better than the military too, that's for sure. Military is definitely a young man's environment. Money make a mofo? Yeah. Not as much as I'd like, that's for sure. Definitely not off Magic the Gathering. You know, being into standard, collecting standard like I do, there's not much money in it. The only time I really make money is over a pick. Exactly. How ridiculous. It's you know, it's not even necessarily a professor that gets it going. Or even Wedge. Wedge is a keyboard warrior, but I guess professors too. But it's people without, you know, a job to do. And the point I made, and I even put it on the professor's channel, was if you are going to criticize somebody else for paying for, you know, paying essentially charging for a photographer's costs in an event, maybe you shouldn't be saying that when Wizards paid for you to go to the event. Wizards literally pays him and Wedge and other guys to go to these events. It's stupid. It's just stupid. The only time I really make money off standard, off Magic cards, all my reserve list stuff, I'm keeping. I almost sold my stuff to Rudy a while back, but I'm glad I didn't. I was expecting a total Magic the Gathering crash, like what happened to baseball cards. But baseball cards, the value never completely went away on them. The old stuff, the value never completely went away on the old stuff. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the reserve list, and since the time I decided not to sell them to Rudy, the price has skyrocketed on reserve list, especially the expensive stuff. And you can't even find it anymore. I went to try and I was going to find a beat up Library of Alexandria. I was looking for like a, you know, something real but beat up. And because I see them they're skyrocketing right now. You literally cannot find one. The ones you do find are graded PSA 9 or 10 and exorbitant amounts of money. You just cannot find this reserve list stuff anymore. It's just like go out and search 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. You're not going to find a real one. And if you do, it's going to be $250,000. So, but standard stuff, the only time you're going to make money off standard, right now, this Bolas is worth $89. This Bolas foil is going to be worth probably $30 to $40. You like Professor? The Professor's okay, but what you got to remember about the Professor is he works for Wizards of the Coast. It couldn't be any more simple. He's sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast pays him and Wedge to fly places and do things. So their entire goal is going to be toe the company line. And for whatever reason, Wizards doesn't like Rudy. They don't. And they've proved that. You know, the Wizards staff, in my business, and hospitality, I mean, you don't talk about the company when you're not at work. If I talked about my company, oh, I agree, Jeremy, but if I talked about my company on Facebook, I'd get burned. I'd probably get fired. Anything I say in relation to a hotel or relation to anything work related, I'm supposed to put on my Facebook channel, my Facebook page, or even on here. This is not the opinion of my company. This is my personal opinion. And these guys with Wizards go and blab this stuff, and they don't put anything on there about this is not the opinion of the company, and some of it's hardcore crazy stuff. Oh yeah, now's the time to sell Bolas. I sold, it was crazy. I got so many cards out of Dominaria, and I sold a playset for, there were what, I get them like $225 for 4 of them, $225 for 4. And I traded the Karn foil to my LGS for some store credit, which I used towards a box. But you know, that's how I get a lot of my stuff I open on the channel. It's by taking the high price standard cards that I don't need, trading them in, or selling them, and then using that to fund the channel. So really, if you try and run a YouTube channel using your personal money, using your paychecks, you're going to go broke really fast. You're not going to make your money back unless you hit, you know, 100,000 plus subscribers, and it's going to be a losing endeavor. So you got to hold on to your money. You know, you got to work it. You got to find a way to pay for it through your actions. You know, you got to let your channel pay for it. So I'm trying to spend a lot of time editing and a lot of time sprucing up my videos on trying to do fun live streams like this. Hopefully get some bigger crowds. And we're up to 41 subs. I found a good recruiting trick, and it works. So I got myself back from 38 to 41. If you go on MTGO, when you play on MTGO and you paste in your channel and tell people about it during matches, what do you know? All of a sudden, I'll have another subscriber. People just need to know about you. When you're tiny, nobody knows about you. You don't come up and search. You know, if somebody searches M19 opening or M19 pre-release, it's not going to pop up. Yeah. Welcome to the crowd, dude. I am by no means a slim fellow. So, I am by no means a slim fellow. So, I've lost some weight recently. I dropped about 25 pounds. I was up to almost 280. And I was up 280 and I'm down to like 255. So I had put on way too much, and I'm telling you, the older you get, the more the weight starts affecting you. And I was like, I got to get rid of some of this. My doctor pretty much told me, get rid of some of the weight or you're going to die. So I got rid of some of it. Yeah, 320. The highest I was at was a little while after I got married. I was around like 285. And I'm 6'4", you know, so when you're 6'4", it kind of stretches out. So you can fool yourself into thinking you're not overweight, but when you start getting winded walking up a hill, that's when you know it's time to get in shape. So the thing that did it for me was quitting drinking. You know, I'm that guy that when I have a beer, I want to have 6. And yeah, I blame it on the wife every once in a while, that's for sure. But when I have a beer, I want to have 6. And it adds up fast, and that's 6 packs, what, 1,400 calories. So right there, you're eating 5 loaves of bread. And you just blow yourself up, you know. I'm 42 now, not as young as I used to be. And I got a kid to worry about, and I kind of want to be there to see her graduate high school. And if I kept living the way I wasn't going to be there. So I'm still fighting with my diet, but I'll get there. So, thanks for joining me, Jeremy. I appreciate being here for this, and wish Jay Shane could have seen a little bit more of the opening, but I will be back. I'm probably going to schedule a live stream for this weekend and do a giveaway or two, and try and get more people on, try and get Bevers, and I'm really trying to get Rudy on one of my live streams. Thinking I can get him to agree to it. And if I can get Rudy on one of my live streams, and I showed him the masterpiece that I cracked out of that box from his lottery case. So if I can get him to shout that out on his channel, if I can just get him to mention me on his channel once, which he's pretty stingy about. I've never openly asked him to do it. I've kind of jokingly mentioned it, but from what I understand, he's pretty stingy, because if he shouted mine out, he'd have to shout out every other patron of his that has a YouTube channel, which I'm assuming is a pretty large number. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's fun doing this. It really is. I love cracking packs, and I love sharing it with other people. And I'm not a mail jest where they're trying to get me to sell them all to them. So yeah, it should be fun. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping I can get him over here. It'd be fun to have him for pre-release for a video. He's funny as hell. He's a really funny guy. So dry. Humor's real dry. So that's why I like him so much. So awesome, man. I love watching my vids. It's awesome. I'm gonna be doing some storytelling. I'm gonna call it story time. There's a lot of good Magic the Gathering stories out there in written material, and I plan on using my voice and my reading abilities to do some reading. I've done a little voice work in the past. That was years ago, when I was in the military. But stop throwing all the boxes. Yeah, he's gonna have it at doing that. He said one time he threw a revised box in anger, and he threw it like he says many years ago. But now he's kicking himself because the price of reserve boxes is through the roof, and he ruined a box of reserved. He's never going to be able to sell it. Revised, I mean. And I said, send it to me. I'll open it. God, give me I'll take the box of revised. I'll offer you $200 for it. So, all right. Well, I hope you. I'm glad you came around, Jeremy. I'm glad you're here for the live stream. It's good to have somebody here, and Jay Shing too, and everybody that does watch this later. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you this weekend. I'm going to F&M tomorrow night, and sooner or later here, if I can get them to agree to it, I'm going to live stream an F&M, and it should be a lot of fun. I've just got to get people at the store to agree to it, and I have a feeling there will be those few guys who won't want to. So I don't want my picture taken, so I'll have to do some graying out and stuff like that if I do. But I thought it'd be fun to live stream an F&M, show people what they're actually like. They're not all terrible. So everybody have a wonderful night, and we will talk to you later. Peace.